$1 versus $100 when it comes to Pokemon singles. Let's investigate where that investment might take you. So this isn't a crazy deep dive. I just wanted to pull out a few cards. There's 5 of each, 5 on the $1 side, 5 on the $100 side. And let's just see the comparison of what you could get for that kind of money. When we're talking about $1, the amazing rares that came out of Shining Fates, and there's actually other sets that have a few, those are an awesome option. If you haven't seen these in person, they are actually really cool. The holo splashes out in a different color beyond the border, and it just gives it something a little extra for what would otherwise be a normal holo card. And you have the cool little bit amazing rare stamp here. So these were kind of a secret rare within. I guess they are technically part of the set, but the amazing rare slot was separate from many other things to be where the shiny slot was in Shining Fates. So interesting little card that you can get there. Kyogre coming in at just over $1 there. Another one really close to $1, Executor XY Evolutions. This is a secret rare. Now you'd pull this out of a pack and you might be a little confused because you would be opening XY Evolutions in English and see this sitting there in Japanese. Really interesting artwork. Interesting to be able to get a hold of that, and the fact that this is so inexpensive, one, means it's probably not that difficult to come by, and two, it's just something extra and fun to add to your collection. So if you're looking for a little bit of flash, a little bit of flair, and you want it in your binder, I think this would be a great option, especially at that wonderful price there. The Reshiram out of Shining Fates there, another amazing rare, really good solid Pokemon. I really love how there's this, it's called a stroke in design. The line, the color line that goes around the Pokemon here, it's literally called a stroke going around there, but the stroke line gradients from that blue over to the red and all the different rainbow color in between, it's really an extra nice little touch, little detail on this one. And it says $1.48, so we'll give it a pass there because at $1 and some change, I think it's worth saying there. Now this one I did find at tipping under $2, so it still has that dollar on there. Technically, we're right here on the box of disaster. The fact that you can get a gold secret rare, something Lost Origin, is always good to have a hold of too, just because it is such a hot set and the price keeps going up on that. But I know out of trainers, not always the most sought after, and gold cards for whatever reason have had a little bit of play in certain areas, but for the most part they're not usually that expensive, and the fact that you can get this one at a pretty reasonable price is kind of a nice, cool, flashy card, something to put a smile on your face and adding into your collection. The last one is going to be similar here, but it's out of Darkness Ablaze, the big Parasol. There's actually a handful of gold cards. These are just 2 that I pulled out that fall into this category, into that dollar mark. The price right here says $2.07, but we did see $1.99. We got it here available if you want to pick it up. It does exist for the big Parasol trainer. You might have to spend a little bit more for a little bit cleaner copy on that. Oh, you win. Well, you at least have a chance at winning by just being a part of the channel. I'm giving away the Brilliant Stars ETB to 1 lucky subscriber. I'm also giving away 5 Pokemon mystery card lots. There's a sample right there for you of what one might look like. And I'm trying to do all this once we reach 5,000 subscribers. All you got to do is be a part of the channel. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. The like and the comment really help the algorithm. It pushes it out there and makes this a suggested video to other people who are searching Pokemon or just recently watched another one in this hobby and they're interested to see something else. And the entry is really going to be your subscription, but you got to take that one last step. Go to this video here where you leave the comment for that 5,000 subscriber giveaway on the ETB and the Pokemon mystery card lots. Thank you for your support. Let's get back to what you can get for $100. Obviously, these are 100 times the price here. The Mega Charizard EX. Okay, yeah, that 160 looks a little daunting, but you can find it in the $100 range here. That's what we're looking at. There were only a couple cards that truly existed right at 100, but within a $5 variance up or down is where I was kind of looking because it's hard when you get to those bigger numbers. But a Mega Charizard EX secret out of X and Y Flash Flyer. I mean, that is not an easy set to come by. If you do open one of these packs, you're ripping into I think they're going for like $70 a pack or something crazy. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe that's your comment down below to correct me on that. But I know they're not very easy to come by, and they are expensive. Price might be different based on the boom we're in. But the fact that you can get a Charizard of this caliber at $100, okay. There's a lot of Charizards, but there's a lot of them that are way more than $100. So it could be a really cool addition if you're in this area. You got to think about all the steps in between from where you go from $1 all the way up to 100. So in my opinion, for being a little bit more of a budget collector, I don't know if I'd be jumping in any one of these, and I'd probably try to reallocate my dollars elsewhere. And I have a good example coming up, not right here, but the next one, on how I might make a better decision that way. The Goldango here, EX, out of Prismatic Evolutions, for being right in the boom, very recent set. Yes, this one has spiked up, but it's hitting $100. Before it goes any higher, this might be the time to pick this one up, or maybe it's not, but definitely you're going to be paying some coin to get that coin in your collection there. The Pikachu and Zekrom GX. This one looks to be right at $100 for the Rainbow Rare. It's out of a tag team, out of Team Up. Now, really high profile set, really expensive booster box if you were to try to get that, but Sun and Moon had a lot of really cool cards. This is one of them. However, I would not jump in on the Rainbow Rare when you can get the exact same artwork, and in my opinion, looking even better in the gold card version that came out as a promo for, it's still a Sun and Moon card, but it came out as a promo in the Sword and Shield era as an exclusive product to GameStop, with a jumbo version and the regular size card. And you had 10 packs, I believe it was. Evolving Skies was in there. There was quite a few. Interesting box set. I know that's going for a pretty crazy price, but to be at just less than 1/3 the price on that Rainbow Rare, to have the same artwork, this one looks pretty phenomenal. To have the same artwork in gold at $30, that's just a little bonus, a little extra of the thought process of where I'd rather reallocate my money. Back to our $100 marker here, the Groudon out of Paradox Rift. And I know an illustration rare going for a little over $100 right now seems a little bit crazy, but at the same time, is it? That Eevee out of Twilight Masquerade is right there. The Magikarp out of Paldea Evolved has already surpassed this and way beyond, and now people are all flipping out about the Drowsy and Scarlet and Violet base. But the reality is, we've seen this $100 price point on illustration rares before, not to mention special illustration rares, but on illustration rares before, and we will see it again. So the Groudon hits the mark here. Great artwork, really stunning. Very interesting for sure. And coming in at just under $100 here, Raging Bolt EX made the list for us today out of Temporal Forces. I believe this is still the chase card out of Temporal. Good one to get, and I've been seeing a little bit more availability on the Temporal Forces packs out there, but that doesn't mean you're going to pull it, so, you know, play your game right. If you want to try opening, this is still one of the more affordable sets to actually be ripping packs on right now. If you're not just wanting to rip packs and you want to go for singles, and you're looking at these things spiking up over time, this one hasn't really peaked here, because we've seen it even higher at 110 just in the past 3 months. And I think with the duration of it being out here, there's been other spikes close to this, about $100 back in May of 2024. And here we are, not even reaching that same point here, coming in at like 98 on the market value. So another good option there. I thought this was a fun comparison to go such a wild swing, because there are so many different cards and so many things to look at, just to see the difference between a $1 card and a $100 card. The reality is the card stock's the same, the shine is going to be similar, and really, what are you paying for? Well, you have a lot of other things to consider. It's the Pokemon, it's the rarity, it's the set, it's condition, it's all sorts of things. But really, it comes down to collecting, and collecting is revolving around what you like. So you're going to do what you're going to do, and I think that's awesome. Share what you're doing with your collection, and if you want to take it a step further in sharing your collection, go to the description below. I have a link there where you can share a recent story. You can upload some photos and share with me what kind of things you're adding to your collection these days, because it's pretty wild out there, and with people jumping all in on certain things like Prismatic Evolutions and blowing the budget, other people really pulling back and being more reserved and so much more selective about what they're acquiring. It's interesting to see what people are doing lately. I'd like to share with you and add to your collection with the Brilliant Stars ETB, as well as 5 Pokemon mystery card lots. That link is in the description below on what you could do. I also mentioned it earlier in the video, so take those last few steps about the obvious ones: like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget that I post 7 days a week, and with that, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.